Hello everyone, a warm good morning to all of you. Would like to welcome to our this session of YouTube channel. Hope you are all good. So as mentioned on the screen, uh, today we'll discuss one of important political ideology that is Marxism or communism. Okay, and believe me, it's very important topic for those preparing for SSB, PGT, TGT, UGC, NET. Okay, so let's get start. What does it like Marxism ideology? What are the different questions are coming in our examinations, and how we need to study? Okay, so the three things we will keep our mind when we cover the Marxism. So let's start. So, as I said, the political ideology, communism or Marxism. As before starting, as we always discuss with you, that first we'll discuss the previous question with respect to communism, which are coming in our SSP, and will interpret, analyze the question, and our study will based on the PYQ base. So, on this note, let's start. Before starting the question, would like to take you all of you that the homework question of last session. Okay, the homework questions. Okay. So as you know, in last session we did discuss about your the socialism and socialism, and there are different thinker and their book we need to remember, guys. As you like notice that question are framed from the thinker and their book. So that's why the question in front of you very important. Choose incorrect pair. Option A, Leon Trotsky, The Revolution Betrayed. Okay. Option B, Betrick Web, The Industrial Democracy. Option C, Antonio Crossland, Fabian Essay in Socialism. So then option D, none of the above. So guys, the answer is option D. Okay, why the answer option D? Because the Leon Trotsky, Bettera Webb, Anthony Crossland, they all are correctly measured with the respective books. So thank you guys for being participant of the last homework question, and it's important. If you have not seen the socialism lecture, go and watch. There we have discussed the different concept and the thinker and their books. So on these notes, let's start our discussion. But before starting our today topic, would like to request to all of you, those are new to our channel, please subscribe our channel. Please like the bell icon as your mark of attendance. Then we will start our discussions. So do subscribe, because here we only get the all video and lecture in a systematic, in a proper way, with respect to the SSB, UGCNet, PGT and TGT. So do subscribe our channel. This is the like foremost the request to all of you. Moving to the next, now to our the topic that we will discuss, the communism, a political ideology, the previous question of the SSP. So let's start. So which one of the following is not a part of a communism? Option A, common ownership. Option B, classless society. Option C, state collectivization. Option D, class conflict. So the answer of this question is option C. Okay, option C, because communism are not belief on idea of a state. So they believe the idea of a classless and the stateless society. Okay, so we notice from here that we need to cover communism, its principle, like its principle, class struggle, classless, testless society, social ownerships, the concept of dialectical materialism, historical materialism. These are important things we need to cover. Then moving to the next question, that ignore this number, wrong. Okay, so which is the following pair is not correctly matched? Okay, so they are the different thinker and book. Option A, Joseph Stalin, The Wage, Labor and Capital. Option B, Frederick Engel, The Origin of Family, Private Property and the State. Option C, Karl Marx, The Poverty of Philosophy. Option D, like Lenin, State and Revolution. So which is the wrong pair? Hope you all know the answer. Option A is the answer. As we know, the Wage, Labor and Capital. Wage, Labor and Capital was written by whom? Was written by Karl Marx. Okay, was written by Karl Marx. And what we notice from this question, uh, that we need to cover the thinker and their books. Okay, I know you are all know the previous question and answer, but the things that we should prepare according to the PYQ. Moving to the next question, from the given list of the book an author identify the wrong. Option A, Principle of Social and Political Theory, Logic, A Theory of Justice, John Rawls, Das Kapital, Karl Marx, and New Aspect of Politics, Charles C. Merriam. So what is the wrong one? The wrong one is option A. We have already discussed that the Principle of Social and Political Theory by Ernest Barker, E. Barker. Okay, so E. Barker, that we have already discussed. Moving to the next question, which of the following books deals with the Marx theory of alienations? Okay, Marx theory of alienation. Option A, Communist Manifesto, B, Capital, C, Economic Philosophic Manuscript, and D, Thesis on Forbes. So what will be the answer according to you? Okay, so theory of alienation, the concept are observed in the economic and philosophical manuscript. Okay, so the theory of alienation. Similarly, in Communist Manifesto you can find the idea of a class struggle. So in our like upcoming slides we will discuss the different books and the concept or the idea was mentioned in this book by Karl Marx, so that is going to ensure a better score in the examination. So let's move to the next question. Which of the following book not written by Lenin? Okay, Lenin, not written by Lenin. Option A, What is to be done. Option B, State and Revolution. Option C, What is history. And option D, Marxism today. So not book by Lenin. Sometimes we need to focus the word. So not. So not is like basically your option C and D. Option C is the answer, because what is the history and Marxism today are not written by Lenin. Okay, not written by Lenin. That's why the option C is the answer. So we will discuss the book of Lenin and the idea mentioned in the book of what is to be done by Lenin. So that is the main objective. Hope you all agree with this point. So moving to the next question. Next question, who among the following consider Marxism to be an ideology rather than the political theory? Option A, Germano, B, Held, C, Robert Dahl, D, J.J. Saban. So we have already discussed that the concept in our decline of political theory lecture, that Germano basically gave the concept ideological reductionism. Okay, ideological reductionism, ideological reductionism, and there we have discussed this concept. He considered the Marxism to be an ideology rather than the political theory. So if you have not watched the video of decline of political theory, go and watch that video, because there we have discussed that concept, and also the different important exam related idea also discussed. So do watch that video, will be helpful to you. Then moving to the next question, which one of the following answer is correct regarding the post Marxism? Okay, so within Marxism there are different type of Marxism, like classical Marxism, orthodox Marxisms, western Marxisms. Okay, then your new Marxisms, cultural Marxisms, okay, structural Marxisms, instrumental Marxism. Okay, so what does the post Marxism idea? Option A, the working class has not evolved into a revolutionary movement. Option B, economic class interests are relatively autonomous from the ideology and politics. Option C, working class don't holds no basic position within the socialism. Option D, all of the above. So this question was asked in UGC net. Okay, so UGC net. So post-Marxism idea, these all believed by the post-Marxism, and hence option D is the answer. And we'll discuss extensively the idea of post-Marxism in upcoming slides. The objective that I am just letting you know that what type of and kind of question are framed in our examination. Moving to the next question, who said Leninism is Marxism, the era of imperialism of the revolution? Option A, Marx, Lenin, Stalin and Mao. So option C is the answer, said by Stalin. So these were asked in SSB 2023, and including me, most of the aspirant are unable to provide the answer, because the statement based question are do come in our examination, and I am here that will provide a proper structured systematic way of written all the statement and the given by thinker, which is going to very crucial for our examination. So be hold with me. In upcoming slide we'll discuss that idea. What does it mean by the concept imperialism, the highest stage of capitalism, all things is going to discuss. Then the last question of PIQ, not the least, which approach would one associate the following statement: economic globalization is an uneven. Uneven means like asymmetrical. Asymmetrical means that like not equal development. Okay, due to economic globalization there is no equal development but unequal development. It is a hierarchical process. How? Because developed country developed and the developing country are underdeveloped, and benefits only to the minority. Minority means what? Like the few developed country. Okay, okay, who argue that things? Option A, economic liberalism. Economic liberalism support globalization, it cannot be. Economic realist, as such there is no concept. Mercantilism, no. New Marxism is that, because new Marxism, it's a like political concept which originate against the post capitalist society or the welfare society, where there is a rise of globalization, and they criticize how the like society are exploit the people through the cultural hegemony, through the basically the dollar imperialisms. Okay, the different idea, we will discuss that thing in our upcoming sessions. So with this note, we have discussed the previous question, and hope you also analyze with me that what we need to focus. We need to focus the Marxism, what is the doctrine of Marxism, the basic elements of Marxism, the thinker and their idea, key idea of Marxism, and different statement like based the idea can be asked in examination, and all along with it we'll discuss the book and the thinker. Okay, so this all the thing is going to discuss in our sessions. Okay, so that hope you all that get the very basic value of our class. Okay, okay, so on this note let's start our theory session. So lesson outcome, what you will be able to learn after this video: you will know the Marxism, you will know the element of Marxism, and you will also able to know the new Marxism and the different quotation which you given to very crucial for your examination, and important thinker and their book like will be helpful for your examination. So on this note let's start first the introduction. Okay, introduction. Why I am always starting with introduction? Because it helps to understand the concept. Marxism is a social political thought under the socialism. As I already discussed that within the umbrella idea of the socialism, the concept of Marxisms are do come. Okay, Marxism are do come, and with it's also known as the scientific socialism, with writing of Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels. Okay, Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels, they are responsible for the idea of what? The Marxisms. Okay, and moving to the next, it originated as a critique to capitalist society system, and its principle include classless, stateless, communism, and social ownership. So the techniques to study any political ideology is that we need to understand the rationale before the rise of the political ideology, because each and ideology are come with the basic argument. Okay, to against the existing ideology. So why the Marxism origin? If you question yourself, then you will analyze that due to the capitalist society. Due to the capitalist society, there is a inequality created in the society, and exploitation are with the working class. That's why Marxism originates against the capitalist ideology, capitalism society, with the principle of classless society. They believe there is no requirement any kind of a class. We believe in the classless society, and they talk about such stateless society. Okay, there is no requirement of the any states, because state is instrument of the bourgeois, the capitalist. State is instrument of the like the instrument of the what? Exploitations. So state is not required according to the Marxisms. And communisms, that they believe that the perfect idea to achieve the perfect society is communism, that there is no class, there is no conflict. Okay, no class and no conflict. And the social ownership, that means each according to his need and each according to ability. Okay, each according to need and each according to his ability, that is social ownership, the basic idea under the Marxisms. Okay, hope you able to understand the basic the core idea of the Marxism. And if it is clear to you, then we'll switch to the elements of classical Marxism. the different elements. Okay, as they ask already the question. So here, the which one of the following is not a part of Marxism, communism or Marxism, that common ownership, classless society, but not the state. As I already mentioned, they believe in stateless and the classless society. So that's why option C is not the like part of the Marxism. Okay, that's why it's important to learn the element of Marxism. So let's start. What is dialectical materialism? It's an element of classical Marxism. Okay, so dialectical materialism is a philosophical concept. Okay, it is a philosophical concept found in Das Kapital. First you will get a question from here that like in which book the dialectical materialism concept noticed. It's the Das Kapital. Okay, in which book? Das Kapital. So they can ask the question. And what is the philosophical concept? Because dialectical materialism, the dialectical concept itself is a philosophical concept which is taken from the Hegel. Okay, do you know guys Hegel who the basically study a stages of history through the dialectical method, that is the thesis, antithesis and synthesis. Okay, the dialectical law is thesis, antithesis and synthesis. For example, if I'll talk one idea that we should crack the UGC net examination, then that is my thesis, and there will be antithesis. Someone says that there is no utility of cracking the UGC net, that is antithesis. And the what will the synthesis? The synthesis is that we will be not only crack the UGC net, we will but also crack the SSB examination. That the synthesis of the both idea. Okay, again another example you can take from your side, that if someone will be tell we will be plan a picnic spot for this place, another friend will tell nah, we do not plan a picnic spot for that place. So the synthesis will be that to include each and every idea and synthesize and come to a better idea. That is how the dialectical law, and they present the dialectical materialism with this help of the philosophical concept. And it is the Frederick Engel who gave the three dialectical law, that is you have qualitative and quantitative, unity of opposition and negation of the negation. What is qualitative and quantitative? Qualitative and quantitative means what? That the capitalism society, if it will be higher exploited, then it will convert it to what? The socialism. From capitalism to socialism, that is you have quantitative to the qualitative. Then unity of opposition, that two contradictory class, each and every society will found the true contradictory class. Okay, be it your slave society, feudal society, capital society. Okay, there is a two contradictory class. Even if today also the society will found the contradictory class, one is the your business class, another one is the middle class or so called the class. Okay, that is how the unity of oppositions. Okay, and negation of negation, to negate the contradiction and to reach the perfect idea. That is how negation of the negation, and that is how the dialectical materialism. So if it is clear to you, then we will switch to the historical materialism. A historical materialism is a scientific concept with the historical analysis. So you will ask that what is the difference between the dialectical materialism and historical materialism? The basic difference is that dialectical materialism based on philosophical concept, or we can say that the ideal concept or the principle based idea. For example, if you remember Plato's idea, philosophical idea, Hegel's idea, philosophical concept, their idea something visionary in nature. But historical, when we come to historical materialism, it is a scientific concept, or it is a proper empirical study or practical based study or historical analysis, and it is development of history towards the ambition of the perfect society. So they jump to the history and they try to analyze the development of history through studying the different society, be it your slave society, be it your feudal society, be it your capitalism society, be it your socialisms, and they try to find the solutions. So here you can find a scientific and proper practical application. That's why it is a historical materialism. That means to study the historical development with a scientifical and empirical idea. That is how historical materialism. But dialectical materialism is a philosophical idea. So there no need to any confusion with the two concepts. So if they can ask the statement based question, then you are able to answer here. Then moving to the next, the class struggle and the stages of history. The class struggle idea we will be found in Communist Manifesto, where he talk about the history of the all either to society is the history of the class struggle. That means guys that the class struggle can be observed in every society of history. And he classified there are the six stages of history with the class struggle. Okay, they classified or they did a study of the six stages of the histories. Okay, if you will ask that he could they like able to go these stages of history? No, they just analysis, they just did a scientific study by studying the different manuscript and book, and they come to a conclusion. And these are the six stages of history, like your primitive society, slave society, feudal society, and capitalist societies, socialist society, and communism, that is classless and stateless, and it is perfect. Okay, it is the perfect society according to them. And after that there is no evolution of the societal or human evolution, or they also use the term the end of the what, the ideology, because communism is the final according to the Marxism idea. Okay, simply you can get the question that how many kind of stages of history with the class struggle by Marxism? It's the six stages. And which one of the following is the stages of history or not? So you have to remember it's primitive society, slave society, feudal society, capitalist society, the socialist society, and communism. They are the six stages of the class struggle. Then moving to the next, if it is clear to you, then there is a concept of theory of surplus value. So this theory of surplus value, what does it mean? So this concept deals with the labor by the workers create the commodity and they should get their natural price. So theory of surplus value talks that the in capitalist society the product are created by the value like provided by the worker, and that determine the price of a product, and the worker should get the natural price. But the demand and supply principle violate the wage of worker. How? Because the demand and supply in market are regulate the societal systems. If there will be a higher number of supply of the worker to the industry, then the cheap, through the using of the cheap labor, the industrialist will be get more profit. Okay, and the worker will be get the less amount of the money, because there is a higher number of worker are employed in the industry with the less price, and that what will be lead na, the most of profit will goes to the capitalist, and that is known as surplus value. Say for example, there is a Tata company. In Tata company, as we all know, in Odisha there is a huge crisis of unemployment. Okay, if the larger number of amount of worker will be go to the Tata company and they try to recruit there, fortunately they recruit there, then what happened? Due to the cheap labor, due to the maximum requirement of labor, they will try to exploit the labor, and they will try to compromise with their wage, because they are now getting more supply of the workers. Okay, that's why they basically manipulates and they try to control the worker with the more the time of working and less wage. That is how leads to the profit generate to the capitalist or industrialist, and the only the survival way of amount will get the worker. So that is lead to what? That is lead to the surplus value. Surplus means the extra money which should go to the worker now get to the what, the basically Tata company, which should go to the Odisha worker, now it get to the Tata company. That is how the concept of the surplus value. Okay, hope you able to basically understand this concept with the example of our Odisha, because when you connect with your own state or own city and district with the example of different theory or concept, it becomes easy to understand. Moving to the next concept, that is how new Marxism. So new Marxism is the analysis of exploitation in post capitalist and welfare states. Simply you can get a questions that new Marxism originates during the which like society. It's the post capitalist, after the capitalist, that means in the era of globalization. Okay, after the Post capitalist means what? After the end of the USSR, there is a age of globalization. That means there is a post capitalist society, or welfare state are come after the, like, the end of the USSR. Okay, that concept are there, and they try to analyze the exploitation during the welfare states. Say for example, Odisha is welfare state, but there is a still like exploitation are observed according to new Marxisms. Okay, people are still not getting their due rights. For example, if you go to the western Odisha, still people are like under the pressures. Okay, the tribal people are displaced and they are marginalized. Okay, so this is how the new Marxism try to analyze the tribal people in western Odisha through the welfare, the analysis the welfare state. So this is how example that how the new Marxism understand the welfare states, and this idea originate with Frankfurt School with critical theory. Okay, this new Marxism idea also belongs to the Frankfurt School or critical theory. You will ask, sir, Frankfurt School was created in 1903. Yes, Frankfurt School was created in 1903, and due to the Hitler's hegemony, it is shifted to the USA. After 1950s, it again come to the Germany. But in the late 20th century, the new Marxism idea like highlights the basically with the writing of the the Herbert Marcuse, where he talks about that the people's actions shape not by coercive but shape shaping the desire with the manipulation of means of communication. What does it mean? That here Herbert Marcuse argue that the people are now, the times are not mobilized by using the violence or using the gola barud or the firing. They are now mobilized through the like consent, through the manufacturing concept, like the idea of Gramsci here applied. For example, if you see that if you see like uh, in like the society. Okay, in society, that when we are continuously seeing anything, there will be automatically a desire will shape in your mind. Say for example, if you are busy with the like television or anywhere, you will be continuously see an ad. Okay, an advertisement with regard to buy an watch. Okay, to buy an watch, but you have no interest with buy that watch. But by continuously watching that advertisement or watching that telecast, there will be automatically interest create in your mind, and that is what the welfare state are now doing. Now they exploited odds. Okay, say for example, in the election times, different political party, be it your BJP, be it your BJD, be it your Congress, they try to showing their merits. Okay, they try to showing their achievements, but no one is exposed their like demerits. No one is talk about unemployment and the demerit of the existing governments. Okay, so what they will try to shape a positive notes in our mind, and accordingly we are going to vote in the democratic society, and again they come with the power and exploitation is going on, because the exploitation is not come to our basically environment. Okay, even if they are come, the means of communication, here there is a mention, the means of communication are controlled. The social media, the mass media, they are now telling the thing according to the interest of the government. Okay, if you will analyze the today, the all information are manipulated. Okay, because the way the information you get, the way like your mind will be construct, you will be think accordingly, and in that way will behave. So this is how in welfare state how exploitation is going on. Okay, say for example, if you notice how many channels are nowadays expose the violation going on Manipur or the violation going in Ladakh. So these things are not telling to the masses. Okay, they are only showing the merit of the government. So this is how the welfare state are control the means of communication, and that lead to create a concept among the people, and the government is not using the violence here but using the consents. Okay, the using the consent of the peoples, and that is how the new Marxism try to analyze that this is how the exploitation going in the society. Hope you are able to connect with this help of the example. Okay, so our intention is not to counter any government, but to need to understand the what the ideology is really work in the society. Then Moving to the post-Marxism idea originate with the writing of Laclau and Mouffe. Okay, the pronunciation might be wrong here, but you to remember this, the leader who basically use the like idea or the post-Marxism, and it synthesized the idea of new Marxism. So it believed the idea of new Marxism, which criticized the Marxism ideology, like it criticized class struggle, economic determinism, it criticized working class, and it considered working class revolution are not basics of the socialism according to the post-Marxism. Okay, do remember that according to post-Marxism, the working class and revolution are not basics of the socialism. So now I will switch to the different quote by the thinker, and it is very important for our examination need and requirement. So first, like Marxism is a world view by G.K.G.V. Plekhanov. Okay, why he derived this statement? Because Karl Marx argue at a point that I am nothing. Okay, I know I am nothing. That means I am not Marxism. Okay, Karl Marx did not say that his idea is Marxism. Okay, but G.B. Plekhanov tried to extend the idea of Karl Marx, and he says that Marxism is world view. Karl Marx is world view. Karl Marx is a comprehensive idea. Then moving to the next statement, Marxism, because through this example you would able to connect. Okay, next statement, the Marxism is a revolutionary worldview that must always struggle for new revolution. Okay, argued by whom? The Rosa Luxemburg. Okay, so Rosa Luxemburg highlight that Marxism is a revolutionary worldview. You just need to catch the keyword revolutionary worldview, then Rosa Luxemburg. Worldview, G.B. Plekhanov. Okay, then Leninism is Marxism, the era of imperialism and the revolution. Joseph Stalin. Okay, Joseph Stalin says that the ideology of Leninism is comes under Marxism, and that deals with the imperialism simply. Okay, Leninism comes under Marxism, and it's the idea of imperialism. Very simple. Okay, then next statement, the only the guns are turned into opposite directions. Lenin. Why the guns? Because guns will be should be used to direct or to detect these oppositions. Okay, this is how the famous quotation, which is very crucial for our examination. Okay, so moving to the next, that is thinker and book, Karl Marx. Okay, we will discuss the book and the concept there. Critique of Hegel's philosophy of right. He criticized the Hegel's philosophy of right in his dialectical idea of the dialectical materialism. Then he talks about matter is the true motor of history, not the idea. Okay, next book, economic and philosophical manuscript. Economic and philosophy manuscript, the idea of concept of alienation. Okay, concept of alienation where na economic philosophical manuscript. Then German ideology, in German ideology, the camera obscura idea. Okay, the camera obscura idea, German ideology. Then poverty of philosophy criticized the PJ Pradhan. Okay, Karl Marx wrote a book, Poverty of Philosophy, criticized PJ Pradhan. PJ Pradhan criticized in book Poverty of Philosophy. Then Wage, Labor and Capital, the book by Karl Marx. Okay, Wage, Labor and Capital. So these are important book, Karl Marx and related idea. Okay, related idea, book and Karl Marx. Then moving to the Lenin. Okay, Lenin important book, Development of Capitalism in Russia. So it is a very easy question that Lenin belong to Russia and Development of Capitalism in Russia, the Lenin's books. Then what is to be done? Important book, what is to be done, where he present the political party or the communist party as a vanguard of revolution. Okay, political party or communist party is a vanguard of revolution, argued by your the basically in the book what is to be done. Then state and revolution, the book by whom? The Lenin. Okay, then proletarian revolution and renegade. Okay, proletarian revolution and renegade by Lenin. Then imperialism, the highest stage of capitalism, the book by Leninism, that the imperialism is the final stage of the capitalism. After that there will be no class struggle between the working class and the capitalist class, but there will be a struggle between the capitalist. They will be fight with each other to getting the due the privilege in the society. Say for example, right now the different MNC, different the investor, global company are struggling with investing in different part of the world. So now they are compete to each other, and that is how imperialism, because different company are established with different area, and they basically try to legitimate that this area belongs to us, and no other company will be compete with us in this area, so now they are compete with each other. So why I am telling, because this concept is important. Okay, important. So imperialism is the highest stage of the capitalism. Then moving to next, Engel's book Anti-Daring. Okay, socialism, utopian and scientific, dialectics of nature already asked in WB set. Okay, in WB set already asked. Then origin of family, private property and state already asked in SSB, origin of family, private property and state by Frederick Engels. Okay, then moving to the Joseph Stalin, they have already asked the statement. Now the time can be asked the book History of the Communist Party and Soviet Union. Okay, History of the Communist Party Soviet Union by Joseph Stalin, and another book Dialectical and Historical Materialism by Joseph Stalin. Okay, Dialectical and Historical Materialism by Joseph Stalin. Okay, okay. So this is all about your whole, the ideology comes under the ideology of the Marxism. We discuss all the thing with respect to idea, the elements, with respect to like your quotation, thinker and books. Okay, hope you all. Okay, now there is no need to worry, the question is only coming from this PDF only, or this class. Okay, so now, so guys, then we are going to discuss a homework question for you, that you need to provide the like answer in the comment section. The question is that consider the following statement about new Marxism and choose incorrect. Okay, so the like option, it was originated from the research of Frankfurt School. Okay, it was critique to exploitation during the capitalist society. Option C, John Habermas is thinker of this school, and all are correct. So you need to find the basically incorrect one, and you need to provide the answer in comment section. I will let you know the correct answer in our upcoming session. So this is all about from my side for this topic. Hope you found interesting and valuable. And if you are like did not subscribe our channel, please subscribe our channel, and like our YouTube session, and show your support me. That will be motivate to me for bringing such content for your examination. Okay, thank you guys, happy learning.